But I don't have the choice. We don't have the choice. Anthropocene is in play. It's a good enough word. Does a lot of work. Good enough work. Tough for me. Whatever. So I would have done it differently. Too bad. Who cares? I mean, truly, who cares? We work with what we've got. And there really are places to work where that terminology and that apparatus and those modelings are really important. Even though it's made to be too big and too important, it's always a story. These stories, Anthropocene, Capitalocene, Nyanyacene, they always threaten to become too big. And as soon as they become too big, they act like they take over everything. Okay? And if you're going to change the story, you can't do that. So even, I propose the Thulucene. Well, of course, that's in a way a joke, because that threatens to be too big too. So Isabel here is giving me this provocation. She and Philip Pignard and others, she is really worried about the way that capitalism and the critique of capitalism and the critique of capital makes us stupid, and makes us stupid in a particular way. It makes us believe there is nothing else possible in the world. The kind of stupidity that comes from constantly repeating the ever newer, ever smarter, up to the minute, latest version of the critique of capital, the smartest possible, really good, the Marxism that I really am not going to let go of, and I refuse to let Bruno say that we don't need it. I think we do need our Marxism and a lot of other things too. But how to make it be part of what is added to the cat's cradle in a smart way? Because the stupid thing is to be so mesmerized by the smartness of the latest analysis of capital, that we lose all sense that what is really important in the world, and the only reason to do this analytical work, is to learn how to tell another story and to learn how to add to the work of those who were already storying otherwise. The only possible thing to do in the world as we are inhabiting is to revolt. It's like Emily Carr. It's like it's an insurrection, okay? And it's an insurrection that refuses the paralysis of critique, that the world is finished because we know how it works. And you're stupid because you don't know how it works, and you're just an activist, or you're just a witch, or you're just a something. You just believe in all these stupid things. You're a Christian, you're really stupid. You're a Muslim, you're really stupid. You're a pagan, you're really stupid. We know how the world really works. That kind of arrogance, which is the arrogance of the scholars, the arrogance of the intellectuals. Our poison is that with which we poison the very thing we think we're doing. We think we're contributing to building a different story, and we're feeding it poison by our own relentless being smarter than everybody else with the latest version of our theory. We do have to practice war. We do have to be for some worlds and not others. We are against some ways of doing the world. We are truly against building the Keystone Pipeline and sucking the earth dry of fossil fuels and many other things. It is really important to be in revolt. So for some ways of life and not others is a kind of war of the worlds, but it's a war of the worlds as a part of the proposition of peace, of the risky proposition. So I think that there is a shift. There is, of course, a shift in the world in that we have a little time. We, whatever this we is, we are living in a period of time, short, long, I don't know. It's not instantaneous, but it's maybe not long. There is a little time to make a difference. Maybe not very much. After which the consequences of what we have provoked, not just we in the human sense, but significantly, I don't know, it's not the anthropos. I really do think it's not only capitalism, of course. Of course it's not only capitalism, but wow, if we could have only one name, the last 500 years of sucking the earth dry in the form of resourcing it for extraction as wealth in the form of capital. This is a pretty good analysis, of what these last 500 years have done to this earth. And we have a little time we inherit the consequences, and we have a while to see if peace is possible.